In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad. So often our mood turns off, we become unhappy, usually because we either something unpleasant has happened now or we remember something which was really bad, which should not have happened with us, and we really feel unhappy, rather sad or angry over why did it happen? Why was I treated like that at that place? We one bad unpleasant thing happens and we keep ruminating it. We keep ruminating it quite often. It is like a cut, like the animals, like certain cattle do the cut. Now we do have to treat it, we do have to handle and manage it sensibly. Otherwise, it is going to keep us in trouble. Otherwise, it is going to keep us in problem. What is why? Because we will become unhappy or angry again and again and again many a times. Every time we remember it, we will become sad or we will become angry. Our spirits will go down, and a kind of despair might occur to us, or we may start generating the negative energy, which is going which is usually generated because of the anger. So for that reason, we need to handle and tackle it in quite a sensible manner, in quite a technical manner, so that it could stop generating the negative energy, so that it does not remain. We so that we don't keep ruminating it so often, and we keep becoming sad, unhappy. What to do now? First of all, every time it comes to our mind, every time a happening like this one, an incident like this one comes to our mind, we need to start generalizing it. Mean not a specific case of mine, not a specific case of mine, rather including all the people who are affected like me, who are being affected like me. We need to generalize it in this way, or still another way, and that other way is that not to remember only this thing, rather to remember all the bad similar things which happened to me over a period of time, but by several type of people, not only from this sort of people. Once we remember, once we tackle it, once we generalize it, and the better way to generalize it is that remembering all the people who are being treated like this and who were being treated like this in the past, generalizing it instead of focusing upon one particular incident which happened to us. Generalization dilutes this anger and sadness a lot. Actually, it make the negative things much more weak, much weak and thinner. So that's very useful actually. And once it has been done, now along with it, we need to hand it over to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to remember it that this case of mine has been written by the two angels sitting on the this side and on that side, and it does sit upon the shoulders of each and everyone else, and including those person or that person who who treated me badly, who committed any sort of abuses against me. So I hand it over to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take the notice of it, has taken the notice of it, has become cognizant, have taken the cognizance has been done by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and a kind of decision has also been taken, but it has been reserved, and it will come into action at a proper time. It will come into action at a proper time, either here in this world or in the life hereafter. But let me tell you one thing with quite a lot of certainty, that the person who does the bad thing, she cannot avoid the bad consequences even here in this world, and not to talk about what they are going to face in their grave, or what they are going to face in the life hereafter. So that is something very certain and 100% certain. No court on earth, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be justice being done by the courts here in this world, in the country, in the society, not at all. But since we are living in a society where the justice is not being served by the state, I think in a case like this one, there is a, we must remember the quote of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where the not only the notice has been taken, or rather the decision has also been done, and it has been reserved, and it will come into action at a proper time, either here in this world or in the life hereafter. But let me tell you that don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. Why? Because maybe the decision will appear once we are in the dire need of it. Once we will be so desperate to get the compensation from here and from there. Why? Because that time our own decision, that the decision of the life hereafter, either we are going to become happy or unhappy, whether we are going to, feel the ecstasy, or whether we are going to be tortured, because of the things we have done here in this life. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, I think that we need to hand it over to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to have a complete trust, handing it over to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then having a kind of complete trust. This is the second thing. And the third thing is that we need to detoxify our mind and our heart, our nerves, our system. Detoxification, it is like the sanitization being done, the sanitization, we have become aware of the sanitization. We have become aware of the sanitization. This sanitization is necessary. This sanitization is necessary. And like we used to sanitize, like we were very cautious, and we were very afraid of the coronavirus, etc. No, now we need to be very cautious about it. We need to cautious about the detoxification of our mind, our thoughts, detoxification of our thoughts and our feeling, detoxifying our thoughts and our feeling, and then get busy in the positive activity. Then get busy in the positive activity. The mood will become better, and we will become very active, and the things will inshallah start getting better and better with the passage of time. We will live happily. Thank you. Jazakallah.